Hello. Welcome to the Boom Boom Radio Show. I was going to start off by showing what we're doing today, Monday. Just a look at, anyway, she got me to fashion, but this Monday's look is just about sitting at the desk. Oh, I forgot. Sitting at the desk, catching up on work, right? So today we will be talking about should you strive to do giveaways anywhere but on my internet radio station to engage your audience. So, uh, and the blog post was, excuse me, I'm sorry. It's one of those mornings, like I guess it is an exciting Monday. Everybody's waiting for word to come down from somewhere. And I think I started it already. So, let me catch my breath. It's a little cool but we will manage it. So the blog was whether you should strive to do giveaways. Uh, the pros of it is increased listener engagement, of course. Giveaways can be a fun way to get your audience involved and excited. They encourage listeners to pay attention and participate, which is that's what you want them to do. I think yesterday, I don't know if I was just seeing things, but I seen a big thumb up on my stream. So I don't see any comments from. Or maybe I will see it from this one, so I have to go. But I didn't notice until after the fact, so I was like, maybe I had a listener. But they encourage, and that was kind of like not a giveaway, but things like that do. It does encourage your audience to get involved or have a comment or say some things to you, but or it giving you a good thumbs up that that's a cool thing to do. So yeah, it gets you attracts new listeners. Promotion of the giveaway can spread through word of mouth, joining people who might not otherwise discover your station. And hopefully, I should. Uh, I think this is a really cool little mic though, but Uh, so, yeah, and it does that. But the whole thing is, even like if you were younger and your parents encouraged you not to always be giving people stuff or showing people that you can give them stuff because it's not like organic people. It's not like I would take that yesterday. It was an organic thing. It wasn't a pre-planned thing. It was just something I did at the spur of the moment. So the anyone who was paying attention to it, it was like an organic type of listener. Nothing I was like paying them on the side to do or anything. So, and that's what when you're growing up, your parents wanted people to make friends naturally versus trying to buy friends. And I think in this day and age, that's where a lot of things have gone wrong. I don't know how true it is. Like back in the day, people used to say that someone, or the whatever program it was, that people can get paid to come over here and make money and go to school, right? Like something like they would give them 10 grand or something. Now I don't know. I never really thought much about it, but that's kind of like a giveaway, right? You're hoping to attract. Now in that situation, I don't know what the long term plan was or goal, or was the people just supposed to complete something and then go back home, or what? What's the plan for it? Is for them to get excited about it and then try to stay here and live here and constantly just spend money here. And I don't know. I didn't know, but that's kind of like what I'm thinking of with the giveaways. Is you want people to find you naturally, of course, and then like you. You don't want them to find you when you just doing a giveaway. And that's the only time they want to listen. So I think it serves its purpose if you can do it right. Like myself, I wouldn't. I don't mind doing giveaways, but I don't want to start off doing giveaways. I want to already, been to work my way up to people noticing my name and know who I am and going on about that. And so I wouldn't want to do giveaways and just to start, but I know a lot of people get into it or try to just to get that listenership up. But then I don't think it necessarily makes you feel good later, because when you realize if you are not doing a giveaway, then your numbers are all over the place and it's not consistent. So that's my thing with that. Well, reward loyal listeners. Giveaways can serve as a thank you to your regular audience members. So that's how I feel like, after I've like kind of people know I'm for sure thing, whether it's, I don't have a plan. I don't really write down schedule of what I'm going to do. I don't do topics. I do my blog posts, and that's the topic that I want to, you know, go on once a week. And so that's just that schedule, and then just getting into the mindset of reading is fundamental, because I think we've gotten out a lot of that. I mean, reading things that's the fundamental versus just post on social media about did you hear this or see that, or what someone said to me or whatever. My hair, it looks like. But anyway, so promote your brand by giving away merchandise and experiences related to your station. You can increase brand awareness that way. And that's exactly what I would want to do, like do t-shirts and probably mugs, and because I do like my logo. I think it's really fun. And it didn't take me all that long to create it, and I just like it. I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to a lot of stuff while I was doing it. Yeah, I keep forgetting to put music to this, right? But I don't want to go fool with it because. So yeah, and I do really want to give that the little tote bags. Like I like that. I think that's like I ordered something from somewhere, and they sent me a little tote bag, and it's just really convenient. Like when you like on the go, and you can just throw some stuff in there. Like if you do hair makeup stuff, just put it in there. So I like that. I like that concept of my logo being on a bag like that, and just really cool. So, and this hairstyle kind of reminds me also of something on my website. One of the girls I had created or designed or requested to be designed. So yeah, I think that's giveaways, and it all depends. I wouldn't mind working with a brand, right? And they do giveaways, but like I think a lot of that stuff is you have to be ready for it. Because the cons is cost of giveaways. Like if you're doing it on yourself, it's a cost to that, along with all the other costs you have and promoting yourself and getting the word out on like your live streams and things like that. I mean, it all costs, and it would. I mean, you can do a free plan for however long but when you want to start people recognizing your brand and who you are, and then you kind of it has a cost to it. So giveaways require an investment in prizes. This can be mitigated by partner with sponsors to provide the prizes, uh, legal considerations. Giveaways may be subject to various laws and regulations depending on your location and the value of the prizes. Administrative burden is something else. Organizing and managing giveaways takes time and effort. It's just because you could say giveaway. I mean, but even like when you tell somebody to say something in a comment, you still have it's time consuming because you have to, unless you're using one of those things that number pickers that randomly do things. Uh, but if you're trying to get to know your audience, you kind of really want to pay attention to what they're saying and go through whatever all the comments is, as many as you can, time consuming, and pick what ones you feel like really answered the question the way you asked it. Um, it's a short-term engagement. While giveaways can boost listener numbers temporarily, the effect may not be long lasting unless they are part of a larger engagement strategy. You know, so and I do feel that way. Well, like especially if people only tune in because they know you give away good prizes or something. Like in my personal life, I feel like that's what a lot of stuff is about. People will try to come around me because they feel like I will lead them to a pot of gold or something, and it never works out that way. Even when I'm saying about when back in the day when I heard that you people can make money if they come over here and go to school and stuff like that, and you just always feel like someone else if they get the money for just being themselves, that means someone else is really just holding an empty bag. Like to me, that's the mindset. I can understand like when you were beginning something, like if you was beginning to try to get people to understand what this is about, what this stands for, what you can come over here and accomplish. That I understand. That's the same thing when you do the giveaways on whatever you do. You want people to get into the mindset of all the things you can accomplish if you start out on your own. You might not, your resources might be limited to begin with, uh, and a sponsor could come along and see that it's a little burdensome, so we'll help you out a little bit. But you know, I really. So I always just feel like someone in those situations was holding an empty bag. I never did understand it, but it's starting to rain. So I feel it. Hopefully we'll get through this. So we might not have a long stream today because it just looks like it's starting to drizzle and we don't want to get drenched. But so yeah, but that was pretty much it on this. And then it's just the cost of giveaways require investment, of course. Okay, your audience will your listeners find the giveaway exciting and relevant? What kind of prizes would appeal to them? And that's a kind thing you have to study too. Like, well, just giving away stuff. I mean, how meaningful will it mean? Will it really boost your business as far as your business versus just giving away? Like I make earrings. Yeah, it would be nice to, I think that would go with that because, but the men don't wear the kind of earrings. I mean, they might. I mean, some. Uh, because the earrings and the boom boom radio show, they pretty much go hand in hand because you need to listen and turn the ear to it. But so, but will it wouldn't help my whole audience, right? Because men don't wear earrings, so you would have to also invest in either making studs uh, or you would just have to do your own thing and ignore people. So, no, I'm just joking. Sometimes when people see you doing stuff, they just like, okay. If I went into somebody's office when their door was closed, right, and they would look at me like, knock, okay. So, and so you would have to do these things and find other ways and add to. I know I'm all over the place. Today is Monday. That's how Monday is. You just in there turning out your work, trying to get things caught up and make sure your week goes smoothly. And so, yeah. So, what kind of prizes would appeal to them? Your goals. What do you hope to achieve with the giveaway? Increase listenership, promote a new show, boost social media engagement, and I think that's the main thing is if you're promoting something new on your show, then that would be a good way to give away, do a giveaway to get people involved and interested in what's coming up, or and boost your social media. Like I don't really do any other thing. I've been trying to do Instagram, but adding shorts on and on there and doing shorts on YouTube. So but that can boost these things, I think, social media engagement to not only just look at my lives, but for me to actually do other things as well. Like I'm into fashion. I just am. I care about how I look. I think when you are trying to have any kind of presence, you need to care about how you look. It don't have to be very polished. You don't have to have your makeup on or do that all day, every day. But just letting people know how you think you feel from head to toe is the thing. Whether I look like I'm saying this hair looks uh, whatever it looks like. But that's just how it feels. I feel so, and just getting in the mindset of doing that, even if I'm just trying to sing some lyrics on a short or come up with some lyrics on a short. I want to start thinking in that way too, and not thinking that I only have to do lives, but you can do those same things on shorts, and it don't have to be, you don't have to take set up everything all the time. You could just pull out your little karaoke machine and do a short, and show music. Like I'm trying to work on this new DAW, and it's a learning thing. So, and I just, it seems exciting, but it's just, I mean, not that it's anything. It's not exciting. It's just got to be what you love doing. But anytime you're trying to learn something new, it takes a little minute for you to know which way is what, and how to navigate through it. And not that it's a hard thing to navigate through. It's just when you have been used to only doing it certain ways, then, just trying to get into that mindset of doing something else. Do you have the time and manpower to manage the engagement? I mean, the giveaway. Can you partner with sponsors to offset the cost if you decide to start to do giveaways? So yeah, you do you have a, like I do think like if you, of course, I like just setting up, doing a little party, some type of thing. I know you can't do it in a real big way unless register for certain things, but like if you had a booth somewhere and you like you just see the normal radio stations come set up and say they having some kind of giveaway thing, come participate and you could win prizes. I get that. I understand that. And that's cost, and you do need more than just yourself doing that, or you don't. I don't know. You could, but yeah, once you really get your name out there and big like that, those could be your hopes and dreams and aspirations to do those things. Excuse me. So make it a priority. Allocate the necessary time and resources to plan and execute, execute the giveaway effectively. That's the worst thing in the world, right? Like for people who you put all your money into getting all the advertisement out, but then when people show up, it's just so disorganized, and it's just kind of like if you would have spent more time in organizing and making the real listener and participation thing smoother versus making all your advertising flyers and billboard things more eye catching. And then when people come to the event, really it's just like a train wreck, so that I think that goes with that, just trying to know which way is better. Back to where I'm saying when they would say they would give people money to come here, foreigners money to come here, and it seems like and it may, because I didn't ever research it or anything. I just people will just come to me out of the blue like that and say stuff, and I never did research it, but it just seemed like people spent all their money on advertising, and then when people actually showed up, and it was just a train wreck. It was like nothing, no direction, no, like come. So people just were sitting around a lot. Is just how I looked at it and still look at it. And if that's what people still feel like is going on and stuff, but so yeah, you want to promote it heavily, but you want to make sure you also the promotion of it, the advertising of it, equals the actual event too. Be like a table all lot, one of its legs shorter than the other, and so you want to uh, promote it and announce it on air, on your website, and through social media using eye-catching graphics. Yeah, I think so. And at the moment, like when you first starting off, the only thing that'll probably be eye catching is whatever your logo is, and you know, you would have to be the most eye catching when you first starting off because you ain't starting off with a lot of money. Most of the times, you ain't really knowing how to what kind of logo stuff you want or like every time you like right every time I pull up right now it's StreamYard so it's just like that's what it says and you know and it's good to promote the platform you like using but you know because in the beginning stages it's also if you are really liking it then okay because once you start doing it yourself then you know most of the times the platform won't come up. It won't be a topic. But in the beginning, most of the times that's the topic, and then you know that's what you see is a brand, and I just I feel like that's pretty good for me at the moment, and I'm not like really tripping off of it. My logo, you can see my logo on everything I'm doing, and and that's what I'm saying. You know, when you first starting off trying to do giveaways, it might seem like a good thing at first, but you know, I'm learning to try not to do things that I know I'm gonna get tired of later. You know, and not try to rush into doing things because I normally am just I'll do think something and I'll be doing it, and then you know. So, and that's normally how I have been doing my channels in the past, just because they was just little channels I would start, and I didn't really have a goal or focus for them. But now, because I am into making my own music, and I love doing it, and I'm still learning about these things. It's not something you learn in a day or a year, or it's something it's a continuing education type of thing. So, and that's just how I'll do that. And I know I'm all over the place, but it's just so many today. Distractions, little distractions. Just when you have to separate yourself from other people, you know, because people feel like I'll just use it as women, right? Some women know sometimes, and I'm sure men have the same issues at times, because you'll feel like because you're a woman, all women can relate to all women, and it's not that case. I always feel like okay, when you younger, you might not have had a lot of instruction. People might not have been constantly trying to tell you how to do this, how to do that. So you constantly was growing up figuring out things for yourself, even to the present day. Everything you feel like you've learned it's something you took it upon yourself to learn. Not saying you don't like listening to other people or admire other people or they hard work, but you don't go and try to force yourself on them. It's a different thing. You know, feel like I get so many people who I don't know, like I said, probably felt like in the beginning because of the way I was raised, I would be least likely to. Is you get those? I mean, I know people have in school a yearbook, and somebody will write this person will might probably be the least likely to understand what life is all about, right? And I feel like that's what the note people kept trying to pin on me is. They're not people who love me, but people who and then when you're looking at people who just been sitting around looking at you with that mindset, and you realize they don't realize what they are the least likely at doing. What did they accomplish? In order for you to say that about somebody, you had to been done accomplished way more, 10 times more. So when they seen you in that later on in life, then they would have been sure that yeah, didn't really do well compared to them. But when you looking at people who have these mindsets about you, and it goes with everything you're doing in life, you know, because you will, because I know I'm gonna say that a lot, because you will have people who feel like the way you've gone about doing things or done things is just like the worst thing you could do. It's just like, who would just sit around? Is this how they feel? Who would just sit around and try to figure their life out? Like, when you can just depend on the government to do it for you or something like that, and then, they be the main ones complaining like they don't have enough because the government ain't gonna really give you enough. I mean, because they ain't even really gonna give you enough to pay your rent anymore. I mean, so, but that's just what the thing is, and you have that, and even when you start in channels or like a radio station, and especially the way I'm starting it, like I don't have a lot of songs on there, and the songs that's on there is mine, but I do have me talking, and I think to me that's a great start. If you have an audience, they want to listen to you. They want to know that that you're a trusted person. Right? First, so, your music ain't gonna really make it people know that you're a trustworthy type of person and somebody they can really listen to. All day and all night. Because everybody gets tired of just listening to music all doggone day. Sometimes you won't, when you hear people podcasting and all these things. Now, podcasting and stuff is something I always, for some reason, wanted to do. I mean, I always feel like I have something to say. It might not apply to anybody and everybody, but it applies to somebody. Is how I should put that on something. It might not apply to anybody and everybody, but yeah, that we gonna tag that one and put that on the back of the shirt too with the logo on the front. It applies to somebody. Okay, somebody might want to listen to it. Somebody who's just starting off in music might want to listen to it. Somebody who want to know about giveaways might want to listen to uh, your blog post. It's one thing to read it. It's another thing to have the person who created it actually walk through it with you because they trying to learn these things as well. It's not, you have people in life who you'll hear them preaching to other people as if they just stopped by there to tell you, give you a good word, and then they're gonna go live in a mansion or something. I don't know. You just but you accept people in life the way they are is how I feel like, and so when other people trying to come in and not accept you for who you are, that you do have the right to be like, I'm not who you thought I was or who you thought I was gonna be. I am who I am, and that's just what I do. I know how to talk for myself. I know how to figure things out for myself. I know how to put things together. As you can see, it's not whatever your thoughts for me or thought I would be least likely to do. It seems like you're the only one least likely to do it because you keep focusing on something that you shouldn't. That's a mouthful. Make it easy to enter. Keep the entry process simple and clear. Clearly explain the rules. Some things do people do. Like I said, they put more time and effort in the advertising of things, and then when you get there, if the thing is pin the tail on the donkey, where is the tail, right? You telling me all the rules, but you don't have all the parts to the game. Okay, so you make it really. That's you make the rules really clear, plain, and simple is how I feel to that. Is pretty much what I try to do with everything. Engage with entrants. Respond to comments and questions. Make it a two-way conversation. It ain't got to, they'll see that word EENTRANTS and think it's about babies. It's about a two-way street. It's not one-sided because people always want me to think that something about me is only one-sided. No, someone really does want to talk to me all the time. Someone really does enjoy my company. Someone really does love the way I put things together or do things. It's really simple. It ain't complicated. Like I don't need to walk around with tons of stuff, even though I do. But just this little setup, it just works. It does, and whether it was yesterday or today, and and I'm always stressing about, not stressing, but making sure my like where I have this microphone is really picking up because you don't know until afterwards. So I really do like want to know that you guys hear it and all these things, and that's just it. Follow through promptly. Choose winners randomly. You don't want to have like friends all the time. Because once people figure out it's just your friend, then it kind of changes people's mindsets about you and stuff. And that's another reason why I don't really do favorites. I tell the truth most of the time, all the time, and a lot of stuff. I tell the truth. I do what I need to do and go. I don't really pick favorites. Now the truth is the truth. You kind of like just accept the truth and don't really try to fool with it or tamper with it and all that. Uh, you know, like I said, I do admire people, but I don't, me and my significant other is something I think mostly about as far as caring about someone's feelings. I don't go around trying to hurt people's feelings or bully people, but I do have a lot of people. Sometimes I know if you heard that stuff in the past, like when people see you alone a lot, they'll get this kind of mindset that they think you are sad or somewhere feeling sorry for yourself or pretending that you are right, even though they know you not. Like I don't know why they think that that there's not people in the world that just love doing their own thing. Yeah, they have friends here and there, but they always working at bettering themselves. It's not like because you alone, it means you starving for attention or something. Or a lot of the times people act like they friends, they just act in that way. But if you see them out in public a lot of times, they'll act like they don't even see you because they ain't really friends. So I choose not to live my life that way. I mean, if I ain't your friend, I just ain't your friend. I don't know. I mean, it's just follow through. Okay, share the excitement. Announce the winners on air and social media. Share their reactions with permission. And that's the conclusion. Pretty much, giveaways can be a powerful tool for engaging your internet radio station's audience and attracting new listeners. However, they require thoughtful planning, careful execution, and a clear understanding of your goals and resources. So I mean, you should do it, or you can do it right away. You can do it later. It depends on you. It's just something. Once you put it in people's mind that that's a thing, then and that's what they start tuning in. I mean, I think anymore you can tell the difference between your organic following versus as soon as you said you was gonna give away something following. You can tell the ups and downs to it and all that, and that's just what it goes to. So you just kind of figure that out on your own, and then you know, like I said, once you take the cat out the bag, it's kind of hard to put it back in, right? So you be calling, and that's what a lot of times in that comment section, it be you can't put the cat back in there. Anyway, so that's my personality. So we did make it. We made it. Well, it's 32 minutes. So I thank you guys. It's Monday. So anyone who was thinking about doing giveaways, because I do think about them myself, uh, you just want to continue whatever place you are in your life. You know when the time is right for you to do that. I don't give away stuff. Sometimes I'll share something with people that but anymore I don't really do it in a you know I let the programs do it on my behalf sometimes, but personally I don't really get into all that. But only when the time is right for you to do something like on your channel or something like that, or if you partner with someone or a sponsor wants you to review something and then give it away. Yeah, those things happen, and you can do. I wouldn't mind doing it that way because I don't want to really, unless I make it myself, I don't really want to walk around with a bunch of other people's products, being responsible for them long term. So, yeah, if you find a sponsor and they just send you stuff to review and then give it away, they might give you something in it and too. But so I don't know. It's all up to you on how you do that. If you want to do it at all, you just have to know uh, your audience, and you have to know your audience that you already had, and then the audience that who just come looking for something. Yeah, not that they only looking for something free, but they looking for something is why they found you in the first place. So I mean, like, And that's just it. So I thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. I thank you for spending time with me yesterday. I thank you today. We beat the rain. And it's breakfast time. I haven't eaten. I'm like, yeah, I didn't. I only ate corn last night. Not that you guys want to hear all that, but so thank you. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And you know the drill. We will talk to you on Wednesday. Peace.